Army Trials is really about one of the therapeutic aspects that we give to our recovering soldiers. And so we have soldiers that are wounded, we have soldiers that are ill, we have soldiers that are injured. And we have a program called Adaptive Reconditioning. And inside this program we have sport events. And really, you know, this is long before this day and age in our Army. The great 10th Mountain Division coming out of World War II brought these same kind of conditioning events to our Army. And so those veterans established a lot of the ski slopes throughout our country. And they brought wounded soldiers into those ski areas and they taught them how to ski. And there was much to be said about the therapeutic aspect of it. So now, in this day of age, we've obviously taken that to a different level.
These guys are, and gals, quite frankly, they're amazing. Just to see the level of commitment and drive, regardless of their injuries. To them, I see them looking at their injuries as just another hill to climb, just another challenge to overcome, and they're so hungry to do so. It's infectious.
All right, let's get it. Wolverine's on three. 1, 2, 3, Wolverine!
The Army Trials gives that soldier, be it male or female, an additional opportunity to go out there and still give 100%. And they'd be surprised at how positive the outcome could potentially be. So, and it's great to see that. It's great to see that person who was initially skeptical about their potential performance and how good they actually did. It's quite amazing.
The Army Trials have been a great experience. You see a lot of teamwork. A lot of times, you know, being in the military, whether you're deployed or at home, it's brought back, you know, that mentality of teamwork.
On three. 1, 2, 3. 1 team, 1 fight! All right.
The Army Trials, it's been great. Fort Bliss has been very accommodating to us. The facilities are awesome. Really enjoyed them. The coaching staff is remarkable. Having Olympic-style coaches has been great, and learning that a lot of my coaches personally are actually from Colorado Springs, so I get to go home and can train with them, continue to train with them, so it's great.
2015 Army Trials here at Fort Bliss have been phenomenal. Fort Bliss has opened up its hearts, and the entire installation has been out there to support us. I mean, we were just talking about the bicycle race when the rugby team was out there in its uniform, cheering folks on, how they had traffic control points set up, everything. There's not been a single thing that I think we could have needed that the Fort Bliss Chain of Command did just not absolutely jump on to support, and that is amazing. Combine that with the facilities for this year's Army Trials here at Fort Bliss, they were great. The facilities we have here for swimming and the track, everything just really worked out well. I really like the Army Trials here at Fort Bliss because logistically it seemed a lot easier. You flew into El Paso, you're 5 minutes from post. Transportation from the barracks to the training sites is relatively small, which allows you to flex in case you're missing something or a service member, an athlete needs to go back and get a piece of equipment. It doesn't cost you a lot of training time.
The 2015 Army Trials have been surreal. I don't know if I can really put into words how amazingly awesome it's been. Not only personally, but just to be a part of a team again, a spirit of corps, and team building, resiliency, helping each other out. It's a remarkable program, and very proud and honored to be here.
What are the other lives that are out there? What would I like to do? How do I translate my military experience into what I want to do next?
So we brought the athletes out here to compete, but we also want to ensure that when they leave here, they have something to look forward to besides the military. They are soldiers in transitions. Majority of them are veterans. So we want to enable them with, the right tools to succeed when they get out of the military.
I only got to sit in on the career fair for about an hour, maybe a little more, because I actually took advantage of another great opportunity, and that was converting my federal resume to a civilian corporate resume. And that was the biggest help to me, because I struggle with that immensely. Talk about a weakness there. I mean, yeah, no bueno, not my cup of tea. In the form that I sat in, which was kind of a transition path unknown, I chose that class, and I picked that category specifically because I'm not looking for one job, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself into anything. I want more opportunities for myself.
Why should I hire you versus these other 4 people that I'm interviewing? So that's also something to keep in mind, and it's a fine line, but you really want to start focusing more on what you did and the impact you had in your roles. What were the impacts you made to the team? How did you make a difference? Because as they always say, past behavior is the best indicator of future performance. So
we're all used to being our own self-advocates, so we get frustrated pretty easily, but if ever we start encountering problems, going forth with frustration is probably not the best way to handle that situation. Because if you go to your commander or whoever and you be like, hey, I appreciate why you had this policy, but let me tell you what I want to do. Here's that. As soon as you start losing your temper, your whole case goes up.
Going there with emotion.
When you're transitioning, if you're not going back to the unit, you have to go to civilian life. You need help to kind of like polish up those resumes or practice interviewing. It's something new. It's completely different in the military where you're going to PCS or move to a new duty station. You're just moving. It's the Army's still the same, whereas in civilian life, you have to apply for a job. You have to show that you're a good person to hire or whatnot. So it helps them get ready for that aspect in life, prep them for new companies or businesses that may want to hire them.
Pay attention to your face, your posture, and your body language as you finish off that first fight.
You know, the comprehensive soldier fitness program that the Army uses, it really helps the athletes out. The simplest way I can relate it for you is, self-talk. I want to talk positively. I want to get my mind right so that I'm thinking, only good things. So I'm ready for the next, volleyball to come to me. I'm ready for the race, or I'm telling myself I want the ball. I want the ball so I can shoot it in basketball. You're thinking right.
Did you try verifying?
So a little bit smooth about it. First for us, it's almost like a single motion.
I just want to emphasize to not overlap wheels. It's real easy when we're riding real close to each other that you want to kind of get past them, and if they take the turn too wide, their rear wheels will take out your front wheel. There's no way that you can stay up. So you can ride next to a person or behind them. It's kind of the only safe places.
We have a lot of talented and experienced coaches. I think that is one of the reasons that the athletes that we've had here at the Army Trials this year are phenomenal. We've seen a great spike in the ability of some of the new athletes. The learning curve has been pretty steep, but they're picking up, they're doing it. And it's just been an incredible honor to even be invited, much less to be selected as the interim captain for Team Army.
I love the coaches that we have. One in particular is Stuart.
Go all the way down, and then come all the way back up. Whoop, right up the top.
Wow.
And come right up on this toe. Feel your weight go up underneath it. Feel that?
That's a big difference.
Whoop, see?
They were telling me he's helped people from Paralympics to Olympics. Awesome guy. And then archer coaches and everybody else who I have. They're awesome coaches.
Just watch my posture, and I will go back spot, and I will go front spot. Okay, work the posture.
The coaches, they're Paralympians, they are professionals. I have had the honor and pleasure of working with a lot of them, and they all have so much to give, and they're very generous with their time, and they're very patient. I mean, we just started learning all this stuff from scratch, so we came in with our own ways of doing things, and all the coaches here, they broke us down from scratch and started us doing new forms and new hand positionings. I'm talking about archery because they moved me from here to here, and there's a lot of stuff that they did, and they've been very patient with us in all these things, and they're very motivating.
You have an awesome group there. It's great. Trigger squeeze and follow through. Okay? Keep up the good work. And all we need to do is get you back on target.
Right.
So if you start to get frustrated, step aside, do some breathing exercises, calm yourself down, then come back into play.
Where's Bobby Green?
Who?
Hey. Bobby's right here.
He's right here.
Well, he's right here. What's our cheer for tonight?
Together by chance, united by choice.
All right.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3.
Together by chance, united by choice.
Guys, even some of the veterans are coming up there talking about how you guys seem a lot tighter and it's a lot more like the last night than the middle or the beginning. So you should give yourself a hand for that. So the only prize tonight, it goes to Alexander Shaw. Just like Elizabeth, as soon as we get our plaques back, we'll get them out front, award his plaque.
I'm an alternate. Now, I'm speechless, I'm for real, right? Never! Boy, you getting started in 2010, okay? I was there at the Warrior Game in 2010, and I didn't make it. I went home, I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, Shaw, don't give up, you can do it again. I came back in 2011, and still didn't make it. I went back to that mirror, I said, Shaw, don't give up, because one day you won't be there. 2012, damn it, Shaw didn't make it again.
True story.
True story.
Very true.
True story. 13 came around, y'all already know. Shaw didn't make it again. 2014 came around, I met this guy. He gave me a chance. And the first thing I said, I'm gonna go here and make some medals. But all of that stopped when I walked through that door and saw thousands of people clapping their hands for me. I forgot all about the medal. I told myself I made my goal. All right? And I still want to thank my retired commander right here who gave me the time for me to go and do this training. I'm telling y'all blessed. Y'all are so blessed. If y'all can't make it this time, try like I did. I'm 6 years running. And I want to say, I'm just trying to tell everybody, just don't give up, man. That was my dream. I reached my dream, okay? Every time I come to a Warrior tryout, I gotta dye my hair. I'm 47 years old. I'm 47 years old. I don't know how much time I have left. Thanks to him and thanks to the staff, I want to say thank you for giving me a chance. I came and lived my dream. I hope all y'all be sure to live your dreams. Thank you.
Adversity is something everybody goes through at different levels in their life. And some of these soldiers are facing adversity like they've never had to face before. And so the true mark of an individual is how they handle that adversity. They can allow it to beat them, or they can allow it to make them become better.
What are you afraid of? I thought that my body was just going to fall apart. I didn't want to do it. I avoided it. But the other soldiers in the WTB, they said, why do you want to just sit around in your barracks and do nothing? Why do you want to sit around in your barracks and be depressed and focus on your disabilities? The adaptive sports program, the Army trials, the Warrior Games encouraged me to focus more on my abilities. So what I would say to them is focus on your abilities, what you can do. And that's exactly what you need to be focused on in order to get better.
1, 2, 3,
Just being part of a team again, it makes it that much better. So for any athlete that's out there that wants to try it but is maybe shy or afraid of the group and the environment, you know, there's nothing to fear out here. I mean, I've gotten over a fear of getting back up on a bike, but I was with a group that said, no matter what, we're gonna get you on this bike. So for another athlete to come out and say, you know what, I'm afraid of something, there's so many people here that are going to not overlook your fear, but they're going to help you overcome it. And it could take a day, it could take a week, it could take 2 weeks, it could take a whole year, but you're going to overcome, you know, your shyness or your fear, and you're gonna be that athlete that you wanna be. And at the same time, you know, you're healing yourself.
It's an active choice that you can either sit around and not take advantage of the time given to you. I mean, there's so many outlets, not just sports. And it can really benefit you and help get those endorphins working again, to put that smile back on your face and feel that sense of self-worth that you might be missing. Because I was missing my sense of self-worth, and I really struggled with my own self-image a lot. And military adaptive sports has just really lifted me up and brought me to a place that I had buried inside me and didn't think I was gonna see again. So just get out there and take a chance.
You know, when an arm's broken, right, and it heals back together, it's actually stronger in the break area. And so that's a lot about what life is. And so these athletes are going through this great adversity in their life. These soldiers are going through this great adversity in their life. And it's how they handle that. And you know, we have the resources to bring to them. We have the folks that can allow them to see their ability, vice their disability. And we have the team that can pull them out of their despair. And it's challenging, and it's something that everybody has to understand. You know, these are life-altering events for these soldiers. And it's not, you know, a cookie cutter for every soldier out there. You know, there are therapeutic things out there that have nothing to do with sports. We have phenomenal soldiers that do artwork, writing, you know, these things that are therapeutic from their perspectives out there. And so we try to approach it that way and understand that not every individual is going to respond to a certain thing the same way. But to the soldiers out there, it's, you know, you're a soldier. And, you know, I tease the athletes, and it's about, you know, we're not here to participate, we're here to win. That's a U.S. Army soldier. For that matter, it's any service member, right? We're the United States military, and we have a special breed of service member. And we have the ability to overcome significant events in our lives and become better for it. And that's what it's all about.
Still, you swim your own race at all times, okay? So apply pressure to the water as you go. Have a ball. You've worked hard, man. This is a chance to close it out, okay? Same order of events that you're going to see when you get to the actual games themselves. So you've got to have it left for the last day, okay? This is what you all are all about, is being warriors on the last day, okay? All right, man.
The best part of the Army trials for me has been the way that the team has congealed and come together so quickly. And one of the reasons I believe that has happened is because they really pushed the team aspect, the sportsmanship aspect, which is huge now, especially going through the Department of Defense with the way ahead for the Warrior Games. So not only was that very evidently clear that, hey, the team is more important than the individual, which goes back to the core of what the United States Army is.
All right. During 1943, December, right, Battle of the Bulge was going on. A little bit of a hard time for the United States Army, right? We're extended out past our supply lines. We really thought we had the Germans defeated. Didn't know that we were running into Hitler's last-ditch offensive. Well, for about a week there, around 23rd December, the United States Army is in a wild retreat. Retreating, setting up, retreating, setting up, retreating, constantly going on. This one individual from the 82nd Airborne, Private Gilbert Martin, right, little Tennessee boy, was sitting there digging a hole on the side of a road, armed with nothing but a bazooka and an M1. When a tank destroyer pulls up, led by Lieutenant Will Rogers' son, they pull up next to him. He doesn't seem to care any bit that they're there. Doesn't pay any attention to them. Keeps going about his job with a stoic nonchalance. All of a sudden, he looks up at him and he says, "Hey, if you're looking for a safe place, park that vehicle behind me. I am the 82nd Airborne, and this is as far as those bastards are going to go." Will Rogers looked down at his men and said, "Well, you heard the man. Let's set up for business." Pulled in that tank destroyer behind him. Shortly after, 2 truckloads of GIs came in. They also dug in. All throughout that night, soldiers trickled in, lost, separated from their units time and time again. Around that one individual, a private with a rifle and a bazooka, was established one of the strongest points at the Battle of the Bulge. One individual, a private, not a general, made a difference at the Battle of the Bulge. That is exactly what every one of us can do. That is our legacy as soldiers in the United States Army. So what I'm challenging you is to be just like Martin. Dig deep, put the team ahead, put the goal ahead, which is that Commander's Cup. Taking it on Marine Corps turf and bringing it back home. All right? Days are gonna suck. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be hurt. You gotta dig deep. Find the person next to you who needs it, put an arm around them, pat them on the back, whatever. Where we go one, we go all. Cool? Cool? All right.
I say the whole experience has been that way. They did the career day for us, which was excellent. They had, guys, a lot of people know the Article 15 guys. It's a big military community, and they were awesome. We had a lot of different stuff as far as like transition people help us out and small business people help us out, and that was all like really good stuff for us. All the sporting events, all the training we've got in, all the volunteers and supports we've had come out, and even at the end of our sessions, our training days, we have the the medal ceremonies, and I think that's been a really good morale boost for some people as well. Regardless of whether you get a medal or not, because you're still supporting your teammates, and it's all about the team, not about you. So I think it's all a good time for us to come together and work as a team.
When you take off the uniform and you're looking around and you're involved in the Army trials or the Warrior Games themselves, you truly realize that it's one team, one fight.
And so when I talk to soldiers about, not giving up and not quitting, this is always with me. This is top notch, and I think that's the biggest part that I always take away from these events. And this year is like no other. I've met a few athletes so far that I've gotten a chance to talk to and hear their stories, and my gosh, I don't have enough time to talk about them, but there are some people out here that have overcome more obstacles than I could ever imagine.
The events, the medals are truly secondary compared to the camaraderie that's created here. I can't put a price on that. I can't put a value other than naming it exactly what it is. It's invaluable. It's an invaluable experience that I, again, truly wish the world could see and be a part of. They're amazing.
The I can't do attitude has changed to I had no idea I was able to do this. And just to hear them say that and actually come out here, give it their all, whether they win or not, and complete the actual event is what I take back.
I don't even know how the programs get going, but for us in these positions, it truly is a life changer. And it has reinstilled the hope and drive. It's reaffirmed my faith in humanity, in the system, in our support groups. I will take away just the goodness of everyone. There's so many good people out there still in programs like this.
The best part of the Army Trials has been the camaraderie, the feeling of motivation, the feeling of I can and I will. And that's the best part of the Army Trials for me.
Meeting other people here from around the country and stuff like that, we're all striving for the same goal. You have that camaraderie, that teamwork, the Army values. You know, here at the Army Trials, that's, you know, it's brought that out.
We see each other's limitations and we see how we conquer them. I've seen people, amputees, doing things that they probably didn't think they could do coming here. And that's motivating for me. And we pump each other up all the time, handshakes, hugs, everything. But that's the cool thing is everybody here does that. And we clicked from the beginning. It's hard to explain. We all have something in common and we came together and it's hard not to love each other.
1, 2, 3, unstoppable!
Woo!